Before this start guys, I'm gonna be cancelling what if Naruto was sent to a parallel universe. I can already see many of you guys getting confused and dropping the series because of the too much Naruto, and there are gonna be at least 10 more of them coming and different Madaras, and you guys are already dropping it. So I'm not gonna be continuing it guys. Yeah, you guys can go ahead and check it out for yourself because the link is down in the description. But to make up for that, I'm gonna be giving you a new series guys. Part 1 of what if Naruto got his memories sealed away. I'm gonna be leaving the link down in the description for you guys to go ahead and check it out and enjoy. And also stay tuned for what if Naruto's a smart prodigy. And over on Anime King, I'm gonna be posting a new episode of what if Naruto was born in the Uzumaki clan. And later I'm gonna be giving you what if Naruto is some of the 2 greatest clans. So stay tuned for that and I hope you guys enjoy. And remember, if you're new and this is the first time you hear my voice, and you enjoy the videos on both Anime King and Anime King 2, go ahead and click that red subscribe button and become a part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. I'll be planning talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, let's begin this new episode. Start the intro. We begin this new series, Naruto. He was currently age 4. Come on, Gigi. Just let me become a ninja already. Sarutobi massaged his temples as he looked at the blonde boy who had a determined look on his face. As he was currently in the process of visiting Naruto to give him his monthly allowance. Naruto, I can't let you join the academy, said Sarutobi. Naruto face scrunched up. But Gigi, you told me that other ninjas train were near my age. So why can't I, Naruto asked? As Hiruzen had to admit to that truth, clans in Konoha such as the Uchihas and the Hyugas trained their children from around the time they could walk till they became shinobi. As Kakashi Hatake graduated from the academy at the age of 5 and was promoted to Chunin at the age of 6, and also other prodigies like Itachi Uchiha. As Hiruzen knew it was somehow hypocritical of him to deny Naruto the same chances that they got. But the reason he did this is because the people of Konoha would never accept the demon spawn training the ninja arts in front of them. He did it for Naruto's safety. And the worst thing to him is, he couldn't even tell Naruto why he couldn't allow him to join. I'm sorry Naruto. Maybe one day, I will let you join the academy. But not now, he said. As Naruto simply sighed. Sometime later, Naruto found himself on top of the Hokage's monument. As he couldn't understand why Gigi won't help him train. It's beautiful, isn't it? A voice said. Naruto turned as he see an old man. One of his eyes was being shown, the other one was wrapped in bandages, and his arm was in a sling. He stopped right next to Naruto and looked over. To truly be a ninja is to protect your village with everything you got. To sacrifice everything, the man said. I suppose you're right, Naruto said. But it doesn't matter because Gigi won't let me be a ninja. I don't even know why though. But I'll work hard, I know I will. But he just won't let me. You would really work hard, the man asked. You would do whatever you had to become the greatest ninja you need to be. Not just the best ninja I can be, the best ninja ever. Believe it, Naruto said. Well then, the man said with a small smirk. I think I will take a hand into training the greatest ninja alive. How would you like to be a ninja for me? Naruto was shocked when he heard that. Given his overjoyed and goofy behavior, he launched onto the man. Thank you, he said. The man held him off of him. Little boy, the first rule of being a ninja is you must never show your emotions. I can understand you being excited, but when I begin your training, I don't want to see any of this. Do you understand me? Naruto nodded. Okay, but I don't even know your name. You can call me Danzo, the man said. Time skip. 3 years later, Naruto was currently 7 years old. Currently in an underground base, an unknown teen hit the ground hard as his eyes flipped in and out of consciousness, as blood was coming down the side of his face. Standing over him was none other than Naruto. "Huh, you really hit hard," Naruto said, as he spit some blood out of his mouth, as he walked off. As he went to check himself over, as he scratched at his fists, flaking off the dead skin covered in dry blood. As he opened his mouth, he reached in and pulled out one of his teeth that got knocked out in the fight. It was already shaking badly. As he threw it away, he didn't really care much about it. It wasn't the first time that he lost teeth down here, and they always grew back. "Thank you, Furball," he said, as Naruto stepped in the hall in his black clothing. "Danzo Jiji," he said, "nice to see you." Danzo frowned at Naruto disrespect. "Boy, if you weren't so damn good at what you do, then I would have you go through emotional conditioning again." "But that's just it," Naruto said. "You know I'm too damn good to waste going through that crap. And besides, you know I can switch it off the second the mission starts. I can be as blank as everyone else when you say go." As Danzo simply smiled, as he remembered putting Naruto through the process of getting rid of his emotions. But no matter how much he had Naruto beaten and going through harsh training, he still kept that spark of his old personality. After several months of that treatment that broke in everyone else, Naruto still retained his personality. But he had a switch. He could just lock it off when it comes to mission. "Come," said Danzo as Naruto walked with him. "I have a mission for you. Solo this time." "What do you require of me, Danzo-sama?" Naruto said, turning completely serious. They weren't exactly close, because Naruto knew that Danzo seemed nothing more than a tool. But despite everything, tools are really useful to protect Konoha. "This one is probably going to be suicide for anyone else other than you," said Danzo. As Naruto nodded, "You see, if this even go under, you get yourself out of there. Fail mission or not," said Danzo. "So what is the orders, Danzo-sama?" Naruto asked. Danzo smiled. "I think that he might just be the greatest weapon I have ever had." As Danzo relied on Naruto for the high-class missions that most of his operates couldn't even complete. Because this kid was determined he never accept anything else than a successful mission, and he will only continue to grow in strength. As Danzo simply shook his head, thinking about Sarutobi. How did you let this elite ninja go? As this was his worst mistake ever. But now Naruto belongs to him. As both Naruto and Danzo arrive at the armor, you will be infiltrating the zone. There have been reports of a new, hidden village rising out of that nation. As Naruto switched on his Anvu armor and clicking it shut, "Yes, Danzo-sama. You will find the location of this village and if possible get inside and keep tabs and see what you can find. When you have gathered the necessary information, you will return to debrief us if this village is a threat or not. You may leave on your own mark. This mission is going to be a long stay-in assignment." As Naruto packed himself at the armor, everything exploded tags, shurikens, kunai, flash bomb, everything that he would need for this mission. "I will leave as soon as possible, Danzo-sama. You will hear from me upon my return." As Danzo simply nodded, as Naruto headed off. Time skip 1 year later at the border of the zone. An explosion turned Jiraiya away from heading back to Konoha. He had just went through the hidden zone. As a new village that was rising, he was there to gather information as well. After finding enough information, he made a hasty retreat back to the border. And from the sound of things, he wasn't the only one. As someone just dashed past, Jiraiya flashed away as well to keep up with the person, but the person then fell as they passed out, seeming from exhaustion. Walking over, Jiraiya saw deep cuts and gash all over the Anvu's body. Jiraiya looked at him. They're sure starting them younger these days. As Jiraiya refrained from moving the mask of the boy. As he saw the leaf insignia, he knew that Anvu had to keep their identity. As he picked up the boy and put him over his shoulder, going back to Konoha with him. Time skip. Jiraiya had set the boy down in Sarutobi's office and questioned for Sarutobi Anvu to leave the room. "You know, you could have sent me a message that you already have someone in the zone checking things over. I think I might have blown his stealth cover when I made tracks and left that place," said Jiraiya. Hiruzo's eyes darkened. "I didn't send anyone else to the zone except for you," he said. "This Anvu is not mine. I would never allow a child as young as him into the ranks. Never again. Not after Itachi." "Well, I kinda figured that. But I thought that you might be that exception or something, said Jiraiya. Sarutobi walked from his desk as he went over where the masked boy lay, as he narrowed his eyes at the leaf insignia. And the kanji right below that. Danzo. His roots again. Huh? I thought you handled him and that group of blank faces. Is he still doing this? Jiraiya said. Well, at least he also recognized the sound as some kind of threat as well. Hiruzen reached down as he removed the mask. His heart nearly stopped. Naruto? Jiraiya came over as he gaped at the sight. He looks just like Minato. Wait, is this Minato's child? Hiruzen settled himself down, shaking a bit. Yes, it is his child. Danzo must have gotten his hands on him. I should have known. When I went to see him, he was becoming more secretive, and I hardly see him around. I even stopped getting reports around town about him completely. I figured that he was just keeping a low profile, but I would have never guessed. Jiraiya looked down in rage as he turned. Danzo, turning Minato's son into a mindless drone. I am going to... Wait, Jiraiya, said Hiruzen. The council want him to be trained under Danzo's right anyway. They would see Danzo in the right if this get out. You and I are the only one that know about this. Jiraiya gritted his teeth. If this boy is really one of his root agents, he won't tell us anything about Danzo. Even if he would tell us, Danzo had seal on their ninjas that would keep them off speaking anything too freely. I've seen it. Hiruzen nodded. What if, instead of using him to get to Danzo, we just take him away from that place entirely? Seeing Jiraiya's confusion, he elaborated. Danzo wouldn't make a move to retrieve him, no matter how valuable. He knows that Jinchuriki is to his goals. All we need to do is keep him under watch and seal him. Jiraiya nodded in agreement. Seal what? Memory seals? Chakra seal? What exactly? Everything, said Hiruzen. Now, when you say everything, I mean everything, Hiruzen said. His entire mind and body has been utterly consumed by Danzo to fight. Think about it, Jiraiya. Why would Danzo send Naruto out there if he wasn't at least strong as one of my Jonins? Despite his age, I believe that Danzo has pushed the boy beyond his limits to become something great. Seal it all. If we just seal his memories, then he would be infinitely more powerful than the academy students, even without the knowledge of all of the techniques. Just with the knowledge of the academy techniques, he would obliterate all of the academy students. Jiraiya looked down at the unconscious Naruto. I don't like this, Sarutobi-sensei. What will you do with him then? Hiruzen picked up Naruto and placed him on his shoulder. I will allow him to enroll back in the academy. I am wearing the council down soon. I will get him to attend. Him staying off of their radar so long has helped a lot. Hiruzen and Jiraiya went down to the depths of the tower to commence with the sealing process. Time skip. In Danzo's root base. Damn it, Danzo curse. How was he supposed to know that the wandering sage was in the hidden zone as well? Naruto took a bit of trouble when he went to go and make his own hasty retreat. And the Sannin informed him, as Danzo cursed, as he knew that Hiruzen would be keeping him under a close watch now. And he couldn't make a move against the boy. As Danzo drank a huge bottle of sake that was on the table, he picked it up and smashed it into the wall, as he was beyond pissed. Time skip. 4 years later. Man, that was so easy, Naruto said, as he sat down in the forest of Konoha. He was currently holding the scroll of sealing. Now, time to learn that jutsu, he said as he opened the scroll. An hour later, Iruka couldn't believe what he was seeing. Naruto Uzumaki, the one that is known as the dead last of the class, just summoned over 100 clones, and they beat the crap out of Mizuki. Naruto scratched the back of his head in his usual goofy form. Looks like I went a bit overboard. Iruka simply smiled. Close your eyes, Naruto, I have something for you. As Naruto did, as he felt his goggles being removed. Congratulations! As Naruto touched his headband, a big smile came on his face. You graduate, Naruto. Time skip. 6 months later, the forest of Konoha. Naruto was smashed back onto a tree as Gaara's sand smashed into him. As Naruto grunted as he picked himself up and looked at the insane sand ninja. You're weak, Uzumaki. You lack the power to do anything, Gaara said. Sasuke landed on Naruto's branch as he had black markings on the side of his body. Naruto, get Sakura and run. I'll handle this guy, he said. I Have to beat him. If I can't beat him, how will I ever get my revenge? Naruto looked over at Sakura as she was on a tree trunk with Gaara-san slowly crushing her. Don't worry, Sasuke, you won't lose alone. Because I won't lose here, Naruto said as he beat his thumb and run through hand sign, summoning jutsu. As the smoke was blown away to reveal a small orange toad. Hey there, I'm Gamikichi. Got any sweets? Naruto flipped out. I can't believe this crap. What is with you stupid toads? I can never get the right one. Gamikichi jumped on top of Naruto's head as he gave Naruto a raspberry. So, you're an amphibian hater, are you? Gaara, who had had enough of their talking, Sand Shuriken, he said. Naruto cradled Gamikichi as he took the hits from the Sand Shuriken as they smashed him right through a tree branch. You see, Uzumaki, Gaara said, you're nothing. Only when you fight for yourself can you truly be strong. Perhaps when I kill your friends, you'll finally come to realize this. As Naruto placed Gamikichi down and turned to face Gaara, but Gaara sent another wave of Sand Shuriken that smashed into Naruto as Naruto smashed his head against one of the trees. As Naruto was lying back, what is this, he said to himself. I feel stronger. Like that didn't even hurt at all. What is going on? Naruto then clutched his head in pain. Meanwhile, inside the mindscape, the Kyuubi was bored. Very bored. It had been bored for years, ever since Naruto's memory and skills were sealed. And there wasn't any actions for it to watch and to take part into, as Naruto was just a regular genin, a worthless one. But before that, the kid went on remarkable missions and do all kind of things, and was far beyond this level. The seal had handicapped him and his thinking for 4 years now. The Kyuubi couldn't even say that this new Naruto had potential, but the old one, he was just something else. And it was just taken away from him, stripped away. As the fox wondered how it was going to break out of his prison because his life was just hell, markings appear outside of the cage. It was confused at first, and then it remembered that day when the old man and that other white-haired man placed a seal on the boy. It was those same markings. It's about time, the Kyuubi said, that smirk. Took you long enough, dumbass. As it pushed his chakra outside of the cage under the bars. As the chakra made contact with the sealing marks, as they started to follow the source. As the Kyuubi watched, the black markings turned red because of his chakra. He just smirked. Welcome back, kid, he said. What's going on, Naruto said, as he stood up, looking around. As all the markings on his body suddenly fade away, the sealing array being undone. As Naruto got up, flexing his hands, lifting up his head, Sasuke was surprised as a battle scar was going down Naruto's face that wasn't there a moment ago. What the hell happened to me? I feel so weak. I'm confused, he said. Sasuke was even confused even more. It was the same kid that was there a second ago, but it didn't feel like Naruto. And Sasuke looked at Naruto with his Sharingan. His body, it was ready for action. And he was as calm as they came, as Sasuke couldn't understand one bit. As Naruto looked over at Gaara without fear in his eyes, he released a sigh. Alright, Gaara, I don't know what the hell happened to me, but I have to find out what is going on. But to do that, I need to go back to Konoha, and I need to end this invasion. And you're in my way, so it's time that I put you down, Naruto said, as his tone sounded rather cold, looking at Gaara without fear in his eyes. Naruto, what happened to you? What is going on? Sasuke said. You know, I'm not entirely sure myself. Right now, I feel like crap. But compared to the way I've been feeling for the last 4 years, I feel amazing. It's hard to explain, but it's not important. I have to beat his ass. Go back to Konoha and find someone like Danzo, or something that can explain what the hell happened to me. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to attack him, and you, well, you aren't. So here go operation. Beat Gaara's ass. Sasuke was confused even more. What the hell happened to the dope? Who the hell is Danzo? And did he just say that he must stay out of the fight? Gaara heard what Naruto said as he burst out laughing. You aren't strong enough, Uzumaki. Leave them and run. Nothing has changed. You still don't fight for yourself. Gaara thrusts more sand shuriken towards Naruto. Naruto grabs Sasuke by the back of his shirt and throw him off the tree branch. As Naruto leaped up in the air, Naruto landed. I feel even slower. Did my muscles get sloppy over the years or something? I became a ninja. I should be conditioned like a genin, right? My speed should have still been there, but I still feel a bit slower, he thought. Gaara got even more pissed because Naruto was not looking at his way. It was like he was ignoring him, ignoring his existence like everyone else was. Just like everyone else. Don't ignore me, Gaara said, as mouth opened up all around the sand. Wind release, sand, storm, devastation, he said. A massive sandstorm was sent towards Naruto and Sasuke. As the wind finally died down, Gaara couldn't see any of them. No sign of them. It's a shame, said a voice. Gaara was surprised. The moment Gaara turned his face, a fist crashed into his face as he was sent sailing off the tree branch, smashing through another. You had a powerful defense that only the strongest and the fastest could bypass. But what do? You exchange all of that for raw power. You stupid idiot, Naruto said. The only reason you beat Sasuke is because he used Shidori twice, and he also fight in the stadium he got drained. If he was at his full strength, I don't think he would have won. As Gaara turned to see Sasuke over towards Kamikichi, Pakon, and Sakura. And I'm not the same stupid kid that used to use shadow clones flying all over the place. Well, I can beat you like that, but it wouldn't be fun. After all these years, I finally feel like myself again. And I want to prove and test myself. I don't think I'm that fast enough to avoid taking all of your hits. But I assure you, hit me hard, and I will hit you twice as hard, Naruto said. So, let's see who can still stand when this is all over. As Naruto reached up towards his back, a scowl came on his face. Damn, that's right. I don't have a sword. Seriously, what the hell happened to me, he thought. Gaara stood up with a growl. You aren't stronger than me. You fight for the Uchiha. You fight for the pink-haired girl. Fight for others, make you weak. Naruto simply scowled. That's the stupidest thing I ever heard. God, you're dumb. There are detailed stories of mere mortal man overcoming demons for others. The fourth Hokage overcome the Kyuubi for his village. Orochimaru fight for himself. You fight for yourself as well. And that is why the both of you will lose here today. You don't have the true purpose to fight. But let me show you just how wrong you are, Naruto said. Don't blink. As Naruto vanished from the area, as everyone looked around trying to find Naruto, Gaara heard chuckling all over the forest as Naruto was projecting his voice. That little sandstorm from earlier wasn't a Winjutsu. This is a Winjutsu. Wind release. Gale palm. A fierce gale came from the trees above, sending weapons and a massive torrent of wind coming down towards Gaara. Gaara lifted his arms to block the kunais and shurikens. He then lowered his hands. Is that the best you got, Uzumaki? He asked. Come out and fight me. Give me a real fight. Let me feel alive. As Naruto's voice, his mocking voice, just filled with laughter over the area. If you wanted to feel alive, then you shouldn't have caught those weapons. Even with all that power, you're still just a stupid baby genin, huh? Just listen and tell me what you hear. Temari eyes widen after hearing it. Gaara, no! As the tools that were stuck in the sand, it was too late for him to cast them out. As all the weapons exploded, as Gaara was sent sailing, as he was nothing more than a ball of pure flames. As Gaara crashed into the ground, Naruto flashed beside him as Gaara was nothing but a puddle of melting sand. Damn it, I should have just killed you. I guess my old self has some influence over me. I guess I will hit you with one of his styles. As Naruto thrust him up in the air. Oh, Zu, Maki! I'm not done yet, he said while Gaara was in mid-air, as countless of clones emerged from the trees. Naruto Uzumaki, Toki Barrage! As Gaara was decimated in the air, as they drive him down into the ground with a loud boom. As Naruto and his clones litter the trees, looking down at Gaara. Yet again, I am still nowhere near my full strength. He should be beaten and broken by now. Someone better has the answer for this. Gaara looked up at all of the clones looking down on him. Each of them had that same look on their face, like they didn't care about him, like they were trying to ignore him. There's no way. There's no way I'm going to lose to you. The original Naruto eyes widened as Gaara chakra spiked. Oh crap. It seems like he can transform again. As Naruto was blown back as Gaara swelled up with sand. As Naruto clones were dispelled as Gaara's sand smashed them into nothingness. As Gaara grew out of the top of Shikaku's head. It's too late, Uzumaki. Time for you to die. As Naruto was encased in Gaara's sand. Damn it, my body is still too weak to break it. Well, I didn't stop learning things once I lost my memory. Summoning Jutsu. As Gaara's sand was exploded off of Naruto. You didn't think it would be that easy to take me out, idiot. Naruto looked down. Hey, boss toad. Wanna help me kick this jerk's ass? He's a little too big for me to handle alone this time. Gamabunta looked up as something was different about this kid. Yes, something was very off about him. He could feel it. No do, kid. Why would I go out of my way to help you fight a tail beast? Huh? I thought summons were supposed to help out their summoners fighting things like this, Naruto said. Just look at that thing. If you don't help me, he's gonna literally squash me to death. That's your fault, said Gamabunta. We haven't even have a drink yet. I cannot fully accept you as my summoner until we have a drink. Well, you better be the one supplying that drink, because my genuine ass can't afford to even get you slightly buzzed. Gamakichi appeared on Naruto's head. Come on, Pops, help him out. I like this kid. Hearing that voice, Gamakichi? What on earth are you doing here? Well, I just want to come out and see the outside world, you know. And then that guy over there, he started bullying me. Our boy here kept me alive by saving me. But then that guy cheated after our boy here kicked his butt. He then became all big. So that is why he summoned you, because we need your help. Alright then, kid. You help out my son. I appreciate you for that. You're alright with me. So I'm gonna support you in this fight. But we're gonna still have that drink later. You hear me? As Naruto stood up and nodded. Gamakichi, you're gonna want to get off my head for this part. As Gamakichi jumped off. As Gamabunta pulled out his Tonto. Whenever you're ready, boss. Give him hell. Gamabunta jumped over as he drive his sword down Shikaku's arm, ripping it off and jumping away. Damn it. That almost took everything out of me. And all I got was his arm. Naruto smirked. Wow. And I thought I was out of shape. And I have been out of commission for at least 4 years. What's your excuse? Watch it, brat, or I'll squash you. Kill me later. We still have a problem now. Gaara, looking up at them, slammed his hands together. It's time, Uzumaki. It's time you understand that you cannot win. Possum mode, he said, as Gaara went limp. Shikaku slowly opened his shuriken eyes, as his golden eyes peered down everywhere. I'm free, he screamed. He just made this a lot more difficult, didn't he, Naruto said. Yeah, said Gamabunta. Alright then, let's try something here, Naruto said. Shikaku took in a deep breath. Wind style. Drilling ear bullet. Water release. Liquid bullet, said Gamabunta. Let's give you a boost, boss toad. Wind release. Great breakthrough, Naruto said. As their combination attack obliterated Shikaku's attack. And smashed into Shikaku, knocking him off balance, sending him straight down into the ground. Meanwhile, Sasuke was just... he couldn't understand anything. Naruto seemed to hit some mental switch in his head and know he was beating the crap out of Gaara. What is this? He's different from the Naruto I've been working with for so long. As Temari was completely overwhelmed as well. She had left to find Kankuro after Gaara, fully transformed, as she thought that Gaara had killed Naruto and was moving towards Konoha. But she was shocked when she saw the Shikaku was in a battle. This boy, he isn't normal. How can he keep up pace with Gaara? So, boss, how do we end this, Naruto asked, as Gamabunta was impressed by Naruto boosting his attack. This really isn't the same kid from last week, he thought. You see that boy over there? Yeah? We need to wake him up. Once we wake up the whole Shikaku, we'll go back down in Seal. Well, simple killing him will be easier. He's wide open. We can just hit him with big attacks until Gaara is nothing. but a red splotch on his forehead. That should be easier, seeing that he's totally exposed. When did you become so ruthless, kid? But I'm afraid that will just give us more problem than answers. It could end up with the demon being freed, in this stage that he's currently in. Yeah, so just waking him up, that will be the best choice, okay then. But if I launch one of my high speed attacks from here, it will simply kill him. I need you to get closer so we can wake him, Naruto said. Well, these webbed hands of mine aren't much for grabbing things. How do you suppose that we get him? I said get close, I didn't say grab him. I can reach him myself, don't you worry. As Shikaku got back up, Naruto closed his eyes. Inside of his mindscape. God, this place is a dump. I didn't leave this place like this. As a demonic laughter could be heard. No, you didn't, kid. Whoever placed a seal on you reverted your mind, function, and reverted this place into a dump, as you can plainly see. Wait, what? What do you mean seal, Naruto asks? There was a seal placed on you after your disastrous mission to the hidden sound. I can't tell you who did it because I was unconscious. I was using so much of my chakra to heal your wounds until you reached the border. I woke up here again, and needless to say, I wasn't too happy, because this place had reverted back into a dump. Oh, so that's why you were so pissed off when I showed up here, so goofy last time. You tried to eat me. Why the hell didn't you say anything? Think about that really hard. You think your dumbass self would have actually trusted me. And if I had tried to tell you about it, they put precautions so I would have been harmed by the seal, and you would as well. It was a memory seal, and there was many others as well. You forcefully broke one when you were fighting with that boy, the chakra restrictor. I forced my chakra out to break the control on your mind as well. Well, I guess I owe you one then. But right now, could you give me a shot of your chakra for old time's sake? I need to drop kick that Shikaku without killing his host. Kurama jumped to his feet, his tail wagging behind him like a dog. Really? After so long you need my help? Huh, this should be fun, he said. Huh, I just wish I could experience a fight through your eyes and your senses like I used to. Don't worry, Naruto says, red chakra consume him. Once I finish this fight, I will set up by the mindscape to what it once was. It's the least I can do. Because I turned to an idiot, I miss being a badass. Yeah, I did too, kid, I did too, said Kurama. As Naruto left the mindscape. As Naruto opened back his eyes, Shikaku and Gamabunta fire off another attack. As Naruto pushed chakra to his legs and leaped straight off of Gamabunta's head. As Naruto put his hand behind him and pushed wind chakra. As his descent was pushed with immense speed, going diving motion down. Hey! Wake the hell up! Naruto stomped his foot into Gaara's face, breaking him right through Shikaku's body, forced him right through it. As Gamabunta could only watch as Shikaku started to fade away, as he couldn't believe how reckless the kid was, jumping from the safety of his head towards a homicidal demon. And the amazing thing is, it actually worked, and with the wind chakra propelling him down so fast, he hit Gaara with so much force he broke right through the body. As Naruto fell on top of the sand. Huh, I like that kid, Pops, said Gamakichi. Can I hang out with him more? If he allows it, Gamakichi. Jiraiya surely pick an interesting one this time. I'll be watching you, Naruto Uzumaki. Naruto got up as he shook the sand off his body, as he grabs Gaara by his hair and pulled him. Let go of me, Gaara said. I don't want to die. Naruto thrust Gaara into a tree, as Gaara slumped down against it. Don't come near me, Gaara said. Naruto walked up and smacked him across the face. Shut the hell up already, and stop acting like a damn brat. You're a shinobi, you know that? We kill, torture, and many things to other shinobis. Besides, I'm not gonna kill you. You're a weapon, just like me. But I already broke you, so... yeah, while you can be repaired... when a weapon get repaired, it's easier to break the second time around. But if you come back here and try this again, I'll beat you down so badly, you'd wish you never see my face again. And let me tell you something, dumbass. The only time you get stronger is when you fight to protect those ones that are close to you. That is when you push past your limits, because you need something to protect, you idiot. Sasuke landed beside Naruto. Is Sakura safe, Naruto asks. Yeah, said Sasuke. As Temari and Kankuro landed, ready to go in battle. As Naruto chuckled slightly. Do you really think that you can fight me? I just kicked the guy's ass who has traumatized you since you were 6. And I still have enough chakra to run back to Konoha and finish all of this. But you two really think that you can fight me when you lost the Shino and this guy here. Come on, think. But the two of them did not waver. Alright, fine then. Be that way. Do it. The both of them were surprised when something slammed the back of their heads. It was two clones that knocked them out. As Naruto went over to tie up them, as the clones picked them up. Alright Sasuke, let's go. We still have a battle to fight. Damn it, Naruto cursed as they were going back. How could I let myself get caught? If I wasn't caught, I could have warned Danzo that Orochimaru was planning an invasion. He was gathering forces. Damn it, he cursed to himself. Meanwhile, in the village, what is going on? Said Jiraiya to Ibiki. Well, our forces were caught off guard by an ambush of this Sound Ninja they pushed out of the village. But all of them were saved by an orange blur that defeated them. As Jiraiya's eyes widened, he only knew of one person that is colorblind. In this place, love with that stupid orange. Ibiki nodded. At the same time, a shadow clone of Uzumaki Naruto and Sasuke arrived at the hospital with their female teammate. And on the other side of the town, he delivered the children of the Kazekage to the makeshift POV site in good condition. It seems like something has changed, Ibiki said. I saw the kid fight the Hyuga, he was good, but I didn't think he could take down a squad like that. Jeez, if I was an assassin, you both would be dead, you know that? The both of them swung around to see Naruto standing there. Jiraiya looked at Naruto strangely. He couldn't sense his usual restless aura, and he snuck upon him. Kid, what happened to your jacket? And what's with that scar on your face? As Naruto ditched that orange, I swore, as he was currently in his black t-shirt. I tossed that bulky piece of crap so we can move faster to get here without much trouble. And I got this scar years ago. You see, someone messed with my mind by putting a bunch of seals on me that did a lot of crap to me. Hiding that scar must have been one. As Naruto saw Jiraiya flinch when he spoke about seals. We can talk about that later. No, we will talk about that later. Ibiki gasped as he saw Orochimaru being whisked away by the Sound 4. Naruto stretched as he went down like a track runner as he was about to take off, but Jiraiya grabbed him by the back of his collar. You're not fresh, kid. You cannot take on Orochimaru and his entire bodyguard force alone. Oh, I'm not alone, Naruto said. You should be as strong as he is, right? You're a son as well. And I'm sure Ibiki can help take out his entourage. If he's running away, that means he lost a day, and he might be even hurt. We can turn his retreat into a funeral. Jiraiya was about to answer, but the envoy landed on the toad. Jiraiya-sama, it's about the Hokage. What happened? The Hokage-sama was killed in combat against Orochimaru. As the three ninja went silent, Jiraiya turned towards Naruto. That's enough death for one day, kid. We need to regroup and mourn. As Naruto said nothing, he just simply followed Jiraiya back to the stadium. Time skip. 2 weeks pass as Naruto was hating the D-Ramp missions, seeing that every team was being given missions to help the funding back to Konoha to build up back the village. As Naruto's figured a lot of things out, sorting through the memories. And Naruto really hated these D-Ramp missions because he was used to the life-threatening missions, even his battle scars over his body, numerous of them. When he was a part of Root were sealed away as well, under a well-placed genjutsu. Over the 2 week Naruto had to adjust to being a normal genin with an elite mindset. Lucky, Tora the cat did not run away because if Naruto and his team were sent on that mission, he'd have probably killed it by accident on retrieving it. And also, Sakura. She was a bitch. A real bitch. Come to think of it, his stupid idiot self actually liked her. When he was nothing nice to her, he was always goofing over the Uchiha and being nothing but a bitch to him. He didn't really have to like her, he just have to tolerate with her because they were on the same team together. And the thing about it is, she was weak. Compared to his old self, he was a lot stronger than her, and yet still, she acted like she was over him, when she was nothing but a weak little bitch. And Sasuke now became really inadequate after seeing Naruto dispatch Gaara, and he worked so hard to take down Gaara, and Naruto did it without much effort, and captured the Kazekage's children, the rest of them, and headed swiftly back to Konoha. And he also destroyed the ambush off an entire Sound Squadron, as he has been trying to goad Naruto into a fight because he wanted to see how far the blonde has come along. But Naruto simply ignored him and left quickly, and Sasuke could not trail him. Kakashi has noticed a lot of changes in his blonde student since he has let him go in the invasion. While the scar over his eye was the most visible change, his attitude was the bigger one as well. He stopped trying to keep his team spirit up, and he speak what was on his mind, and crack jokes, and they were on point. And Naruto did not call him Kakashi Sensei anymore. When he spoke to Naruto about this, Naruto simply told him that the only thing he actually teach him was tree climbing, and he actually did it years ago, but he just forgot. Kakashi noticed the bitter tone in Naruto's voice when he said forgot, but he didn't press on it too much. He figured that Naruto was still angry about being cast aside in the Chunin exam when he took to train Sasuke alone. But there was a vast change in Naruto that he couldn't pinpoint exactly, the way he treats his teammates and the way he acts on missions. Currently, Team 7 has been dismissed for the day, as Naruto was walking around Konoha, as he wondered why did he really care about these villagers. If they gave him bad looks, he would just give them back. He was unable to find Danzo since the invasion ended, as he wanted to track his trainer down and report back to him because he never failed or completed his mission. But the older base for Root, it was completely abandoned, as he cursed the old cripple in his head. It was real difficult to find the man when he didn't want to be found, and there was only so many places that you could hide a group like Root in this village. As he needed to find Danzo, he knew the second he put on Konoha headband, he was no longer a Root agent. But he had the mindset, and he needed to complete his mission. He also wanted to find out what the hell happened to him, if anyone knew Danzo did. As he clenched his fist remembering what happened, if only he had gotten back sooner, as someone sabotaged the Sound Information Department with explosives. If only all of those things had happened, he would have returned and sent word on the Sound's plan. He had found anything. He found that it was being run by Orochimaru, and a rookie Konoha genin named Kabuto was a spy. He found out that Orochimaru finished his immortality jutsu. He even saw it being performed, and he couldn't eat for the rest of the week after that. He even knew Orochimaru's main ambitions for coming, and when he woke up in that forest, remembering everything and saw the marks on Sasuke, he wanted to kick himself in the ass because that is what Orochimaru wanted, to give the Uchiha the cursed mark, for him to seek him out for power. As Naruto looked around, if he had broken this seal sooner, how many laws of life would have been diverted? Could the Hokage have taken the proper measures to deal with Orochimaru quicker? He looked up at the Hokage's monument as his thoughts drifted. He got much closer to the old man after he was sealed. His mind almost reverted back to his 4-year-old state, and he reached out to the only person he really knew. Even trying to bury his emotions, he felt the pain stain at his eyes. He had to put his thoughts on the back burner for now, as he saw Jerry leaning on the fence looking at him. As Naruto walked up to him, "So what do you need from a lonely genin like me, Erosenin?" Jerry pushed himself off the wall. "I want you to come with me to find someone." "Aren't you the new Hokage?" Naruto asked. Jerry let out a short laugh. "Those goats wanted me to take up the spot, but I have too much on my plate." Naruto started to walk off. "Where are you going, kid?" "I'm not going. I'm not some escort or bodyguard. I am a shinobi, and if this is not an order from my higher-ups, I'm not volunteering in this. I can spend my time by helping to rebuild, getting back to my old level of skills, and find out who put those goddamn seals on me." Jerry ran up to him and placed a hand on his shoulder, while the other genins can help rebuild. "And I was going to teach you a jutsu that makes Shidori look like child's play. And for those seals, I might know something about them." Well, you got me in the rebuilding, and did you hear what I said? I need to get back to my old skill level. I don't need a jutsu, I have enough of them. I just can't use them right now, well, most of them. I need to get back to my old speed and strength foremost. I felt like a snail during the invasion. And you're damn right you know something about my skills. And you're going to tell me whether I choose to go or not. You're just lucky that it will probably be easier to go with you. And I'm bored around here. "Well then," Jerry said, "let's go and get you back. We will leave immediately." But guys, will be any tips right here. If you want to see the next part of this, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, comment down below, and turn on the bell notifications stay posted. And yeah, I'm gonna be canceling What If Naruto was into a parallel universe. And if you want part 2 of this, you already know what to do, to go ahead and comment down below and tell me, guys, that you want part 2. And I'll be posting it as soon as possible. And yeah, without further ado, I'm out for now. See you guys soon. Peace.